Morning, everybody, and I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being you and for helping us to move forward and in such a beautiful, great way. The other day we had speaking of firsts, we had our very first outdoor class. Can you hear me, Anne? Yeah, okay. We had our very first outdoor class, which was so much fun, and we will have more of those as well. We would love you to join us if you can. But this is still such an amazing way for us to connect. So we will not be giving this up. Some people are worried that moving forward we'll be giving this up. We will not. We have found that one of the questions I was asking the other day in the outdoor class was, what have you, hey, Kathy Eilenberg, is it your birthday tomorrow? Naughty girl. Okay, well, one of the things that I was asking the other day was, in these last months, what is it that you have lost? And for some of us, that's been people, right? And there's a tenderness, obviously, there. But for some of the things we've lost, they've been things that are really, really supportive and really healing that we've lost, right? We've lost that maybe taking, thinking that everything is always going to be the way it is. Yesterday, I was with my granddaughter, and we went to play near her house on a gym outside, a playground. And that's the first time that we've done that since we've been in quarantine. And I had the most fun with her that I've ever had playing on the equipment, just me and her. And it was just so much fun, like things that you just expect in your life. So how many things during this time period have you lost? How many things have you gained? And how many moments have you been like, what the fuck is going on? Right? All of that is really important to acknowledge. And the moment that you're in that space where you're like, what the hell is going on? As yogis, we have the opportunity to be quiet for a moment and go inside and look for that place that never has to have the answer to that question, what the heck is going on? There's a place that lives inside of each and every one of us that never has to answer why. Because we've been, I don't want to say programmed because that sounds weird, but we've been cellularly, on our cellular level, our bodies and minds and spirit already understands what we're going through is very powerful and very healing and very important. So to acknowledge what we've lost and acknowledge what we've gained and acknowledge in that place of us that never has to answer why. And what I was mentioning the other day in our outdoor class was the minute we got to look up to the sky as we inhaled our arms up, there was this vast blue sky, and it was extraordinary. So I want to just say one verse from the Radiant Sutras. I've been reading from the Radiant Sutras, which is one of my favorite books ever. It's the conversation between the God and the goddess. It is the question the goddess asks the God, and the goddess says, can you give me the answers to this worldly human existence, right? The question that you and I always want, or maybe every now and then we want to know, can you just give me the answer? Can you just tell me how to get on Wix really easy? Can you give me the answers to anything that perplexes me, right? We want those answers, or maybe we don't. Like, I'm kind of one of those people that don't want all the answers. I'm really happy being in the unknown. But here's the verse that I want to share with you. This is verse 105. Hold on a second. It says, when you gaze in the wonder at the stars, become enthralled with the vast spaciousness between them. For space is an incomprehensible being. Space is an incomprehensible being, an invisible presence, independent, independently wealthy. It's space. That space that you're giving yourself without beginning or end. And it's so giving. So it's wealthy, it's gracious, it's generous. That space bestows an unbounded theater for suns and planets and constellations to dance their graceful orbits. Space offers you an infinite arena to play and to explore and experience and receive this gift of freedom. So I kind of like it when somebody says to me, I don't know what's going on, right? When everybody has the answers, I get a little afraid. But I love that moment where we go, I really don't know what's going on. We allow ourselves to rest in that unknown. So close your eyes if you haven't yet, to find that space. To find that space. And begin to breathe deeply in and deeply out. And deeply in and deeply out. Now, can you feel from the tip of your nostrils the breath moving up into the third eye space? And then exhaling through the tip of the nostrils. From the tip of the nostrils, can you breathe in through the third eye and all the way up to the crown of your head space? And then out through the nostrils. Can you breathe in through the tip of the nose, all the way up to the third eye, the crown of the head, and let it drop into your throat space? And then exhale up and out. Can you breathe in from the tip of the nostrils, up to the third eye space, up to the crown of the head, down into your throat, and let it drop into your heart space? And let the exhale rise up and out. Can you breathe through the tip of your nostrils up to the third eye, the crown of the head, let it drop into your throat, into your heart, and into your navel center space, and then up and out. And can you breathe in through the tip of the nostrils up to the crown of the head and all the way down to your pelvis, and let it rise up and out on your exhale. And then finally, from the tip of the nostrils, rise it all the way up to the crown of the head, and let that inhale continue to drop all the way down into the first chakra, all the way down to the root. And let your exhale go all the way back up and out, space. And then return back to your natural breath. What have you gained and what have you lost? And where are you in the absolute unknown? In that space of the unknown, I promise you, there's a place within you that does not need answers, does not need to know why, because it already understands completely. Not through the mind, but through this space. Bring your hands together at your heart center. And inhale for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Release your hands, open your eyes. Beautiful, you guys. Come onto your hands and knees. Thank you for your smiles. Ludmila, who's with you? It's hard for me to see. I can't hear you either, but I'm just thinking maybe he could put his face. Hi! Gotcha. I see you. Okay, good. Beautiful one. All right, hands and knees and begin to cat and cow. Sorry, I got excited. Cat and cow. I get excited to see each and every one of you. Don't worry. When we were on the playground yesterday, we saw aliens. We drove in a spaceship. We enjoyed it more than ever. Things that are very important, our family, the time together. You guys, us, our community, how we get to meet like this. What have you gained? What have you lost? All are to be highly honored. Great, you guys. And then press back into child's pose. Take a sweet little breath or two there. Veronica and I yesterday were working on videos for Navaratri. It's going to be a beautiful workshop that we have for online. And I'm dying to share with you the practice. I don't know. I don't think I could do it because Veronica's here. It was such a good practice that we did. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw something in. Just don't tell Veronica. It'll be a little preview for what's to come in October. Good. Downward facing dog, please. Go ahead and pedal your heels here, one heel and then the other, and let your breath begin to match how you're moving, which means move slowly, breathe slowly. And maybe Ujjayi breath. I love Ujjayi breath throughout the whole practice. Not only does it soothe your throat, it's very soothing for the throat center, but it really allows your mind to have something to listen, like a mantra, you know, something very sweet like the ocean. Okay, now bend your knees deeply and send your chest all the way back towards your thighs, all the way back. Keep that soft lift of the armpits though. So there's such great work in your upper body, your arms. Good. Now start to send the hips a little bit higher, a little higher, a little higher with those knees bent. Oof. Now press the legs back to straight and let the heels just float to the floor. It doesn't matter if they touch. Inhaling and exhaling. Ujjayi breath means a slight sound at the back of your throat. Bend your knees deeply again. Deep, deep, deep. Let your chest come all the way back, as far back as it'll come towards your thighs. Now lift your armpits, lift your forearms, lift your hips higher, navel in. Yay! And then push your thighs back to straight, let the heels float. Take a walking meditation, feet to hands, standing forward bend. Bend your knees deeply here. Let your belly drop onto your thighs. Wrap your hands behind your legs to hold onto your calf muscles. Your knees are bent. Your belly's on your thighs. Now drag your calf muscles, that's that really nice meaty muscle behind your leg, low below the knee, and start to drag that muscle not only forward but up the leg as you start to press your thighs away from you and take your hips higher to the sky and then root down through your heels. You might even shake. It's a lot of good work. Now take your hands onto your hips and press down through your legs and rise up to stand. Reach your arms high to the sky, interlace your palms and press straight up. As the arms reach up, maybe even let the thumb touch the thumb and the pinky touch the pinky and press straight up. At the same time, reach down through your legs. Keep that chin lifted, throat back. Nice, Calliope, you got it. Now take a hold of your left wrist and pull to the right. Take your inner thighs back. Remember, sit bones move back. As you take that side stretch, what happens in those left ribs? Can you feel the left ribs even lift a little higher? And then come back to center and try the other side. And you're still breathing, deeply breathing. Gorgeous. Again, that chin lifts. Come back to center. Reach the arms up to the sky. Turn the palms face forward. And then push your arms slightly forward as if you're pressing heavy air away from you. And then let your armpits draw in. Now, as your arms are slightly forward, tuck your chin into your chest and curl your rib cage toward the back body. Let your sit bones move to the back body. And then begin to lift the head up and reach the arms straight up to the sky. Look up. Space. Exhale, bow forward. Take your left leg back behind you. Inhale your arms to the sky, high lunge. Okay, this is the part, don't tell Veronica, don't tell her. Good, bend your back knee slightly. Good, now squeeze your knees toward each other as if the back thigh is moving toward the front knee. Pull it forward. Good, you guys now bend your elbows wide. Good, now tuck your chin into your chest and curl in that rib cage as you keep pressing those knees toward each other. Good, the navel pulls in, you guys, and then start to lift your head, press your head back, take that back leg to straight, look up, find the space, find the sky. Gorgeous, you guys, hands down to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank pose. Tuck your chin into your chest, round, pull your rib cage up, pull your thighs up, nice, John. Good, then look forward, come slightly past your wrist, lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra by dragging your hands back and lifting your chest up, nice, Dana, you got it. And then back you go, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take that left foot forward. Inhale those arms to the sky. This time, interlace your palms together and press up. Bend your back knee. As your back knee bends a lot, squeeze your back knee towards your front knee and your front knee towards your back knee. Now take your arms forward. Same way, your arms are clasped, and then take your front belly all the way to the back body. Good, watch those sit bones, move them wide. And then go ahead and straighten those arms up to the sky and straighten that back leg, reach up. Inhale, exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, plank pose. Tuck your chin into your chest. Pull the rib cage up, pull the thighs up, lift the ankles up. And then look forward, come slightly past your wrist, lower all the way down to the belly without losing any of that. Rise up into cobra, drag those hands back, lift your chest, reach out through your toes. Good job. Press back nice, Linda, downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot here. Let your chest drop back towards your thighs. Lift your armpits, breathe deeply. Lift your hips even higher to the sky, get more length. And then press your heels toward the floor gently, lovingly. Everything awake, everything activated. Inhale the right leg back and up. Down dog split. Good, send your right knee forward for pigeon. Right knee behind the right wrist. You can come down to your knees and flip over onto your back if that feels better for pigeon for you. Drop your back knee, walk your hands up to your front knee. Good, squeeze your knees toward each other. Get this hydraulic lift as if you're lifting yourself up and off the floor. Be on fingertips for a moment so there's a feeling of being lifted. And then as you walk your hands forward, curl into yourself by tucking your chin and rounding your back. Keep those hips as lifted as possible. And at the last moment, take your forehead down to the mat. Keep the rib cage up. Keep squeezing the knees toward each other. Breathe deeply, you guys. The spaciousness inside of us gives us an opportunity to release what we need to release, to notice what we've maybe forgotten for a while, right? If there's more space, right, you're going to be able to see, oh, yeah, I can see that little bit of dust or dirt there. But if everything's really cluttered, you won't be able to see. So make space. Breathe deeper. Ujjayi breathing is perfect here, you guys. Notice things that you haven't maybe noticed for a while. You've been busy. We've been so busy up into these last months. it's given us space. Acknowledge that as a gift. The universe is not making a mistake. We're not waiting until this is over. The universe is wise. It's asked us to look, see, feel, experience each other. What the hell is the reason we're here together if we aren't here to really feel each other and be with each other? Walk your hands up, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale that left leg back and up behind you. Notice that right heel. You can come off the floor for a moment. You can lift it up for a moment, but then try to root that heel down as you have the left leg lifted. Rib cage up, armpit up. Good. Send your left knee forward for pigeon. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Squeeze and squeeze your knees toward each other. Gorgeous. Maybe even take your hands off the floor. If you have enough of a hydraulic lift in your pelvis, that's the way I say it, this lifting up, those arms can come up and light. If you don't have enough of a pulling through, you could not ever lift your hands up, right? Good. Susan T, maybe take that knee a little wider to the left. Maybe a little wider. Good, and then walk your hands forward, bringing down to the forehead. Try to keep that nice lift of the rib cage. Nice. Yeah. Breathing in and breathing out. So we move into September. It's usually called the Vata season, right? That season of space. But we've really been in the Vata season since March, right? When there's the place where we have such big unknown, so much change. That's Vata. If you found yourself in a lot of space energy, not only are we looking for it in our bodies as a healing modality, but also connect to root, ground, be outside, touch the earth. Beautiful. Okay, walk it back up and downward facing dog. Good, step your right foot forward, inhale your arms to the sky, high lunge. Interlace your palms, press up. Bend your back knee, let it release toward the floor. Don't let it touch the floor. Good, you guys squeeze your knees toward each other. Take that back thigh forward, front knee back. Even though your knee is pointing right at that second toe, you guys, just that feeling of hugging in, just like you did in pigeon. Now reach your arms forward again and curl your rib cage in, curl in. From that, inhale, lift up, keep the back knee bent. Squeeze in. Take the arms forward, curl the rib cage back, pull in, pull in, pull in, reach up. Hands are still together. And then one more time, reach forward, hands are still together. Yep. And then lift up. Good, straighten that back leg. Inhale deeply. Now, start to slowly lower that back knee to the mat. Slowly, slowly. All the way down you go. Take your hands to the front thigh, interweave your palms, and press your knee forward. Breathe. Breathe. So as you start to draw the navel in, the tailbone will automatically scoop a lot. So pull the navel in, but press your seat back. Feel the sit bones go wide. And then take the arms up to the sky, reach up. Beautiful, you guys. Now bend the elbows, send the throat back. One deep breath in the back bend. Exhale the hands down to the floor. Beautiful plank pose. Tuck your chin into your chest, round. Keep that lift, look forward, lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into cobra. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Press back downward facing dog. Bend your knees, send your chest back towards your thighs. Lift your hips high to the sky, pull your armpits forward, press your thighs back now as your heels root to the floor any amount. And then stepping your left foot forward, high lunge. Interweave your palms, press up. Keep that front knee bent. Bend your back knee, let it sag toward the floor, but draw in, hug in. Back knee moves forward, front knee moves back. Even though, again, I'm not asking you to pull the knee back. I just want that energetic feeling of squeezing. Take your arms forward, curl your rib cage in, reach back up, inhale. Reach the arms forward, inhale, and then pull the ribs in. Nice, Callie, help you pull back. Good, reach those arms up. Nice, Kim, nice, Linda, Ileana, nice. And one more time, forward, pull in. So powerful, you guys. Nice, Crystal. Arms up, bend the elbow, straighten the back leg. And then lower that knee, slow, slow, slow. Let the hands float down to the thigh, interweave the palms. On your knee, press the knee forward and breathe. Breathe. Good. Now take the ribs in, take the navel in, but make sure the sit bones stay back and wide. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Nice, Lisa. Yep. Gorgeous. Now bend the elbows wide. Nice, Janet. And then take that back bend, Jane. Beautiful, Patrice. Lean back. Great, John. Touchdown, Jan. Gorgeous, Perry. Downward facing dog. Birthday girl who didn't tell me it was her birthday. Good. Take it through your vinyasa. I don't always remember. I should know by now. I know. Take it through the vinyasa. Nice, Joy. Oh, glory. With Mila. Yes, 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 yes. Great, Roz. All right, Walker, jump to the front of your mat. Robin, great, Joy. Standing forward, bend. Great, Elena. Alana, now bend your knees, take your belly to your thighs. Glue it, glue it, glue it. Nice, Michelle, glue it. Drop your head. It's like you're in a standing child's pose. Drop your head. You're reaching, you can reach behind you and hold your calves muscles again. Nice. Curl in, go low with your butt. Yeah, nice, Allison, you got it. Great, Susie. Good, and then start to reach your arms slowly forward into chair, slow, slow, slow. Great, Vita, yep. Great, Lynn. All right, Lorna, here we go. Rise all the way up. Diane, all the way up. Take a baby back bend. Now push your butt back a little bit more. Butt, yes. And bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes and breathe. Place inside of you that never has to ask why. But it's okay to ask why, no problem. Curiosity, asking questions, important. That was the question, right, of the goddess. She asked Shiva, she says, what is the answer to this human beingness? Ask the questions. Release the hands down. Good. Draw your left knee into your chest. Now your foot is flexed. Great. Now I want you to interlace your palms here and just hold that knee and then press your knee into your hand. Lift your chest, take your sit bones back and wide. Scoop that little belly. Good, now shoot your arms up to the sky and start to slowly take that leg back to Virabhadrasana 3, third warrior. Any arm position that you like here, that's fine. But stay connected to that inner power. Good, let the hands float to the floor. Beautiful job, everybody. Now, bend your standing knee for just a moment. Good, see if you can bow a little deeper. Good, lift your hips a little higher. And straighten that standing leg. Just a deep bow, a deep remembrance. Create space. Good, replace the foot down on the floor. Bend your knees deeply, reach your arms forward and up, chair. Rise up to stand, take that baby back, but keep your butt slightly back. Bent knees slightly. Katrin, too hysterical. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Good, release your hands down, hug your other knee into your chest. Right knee in. Interlace your palms and press your knee towards your hand. I'm sorry, yes, that's right. So if I go one way, right, everything's going to shift that way. So I want to make sure now I press my sit bones back, but I keep my knee moving forward. Navel in, heart lifted, arms to the sky. Slowly take that leg back. Yeah. Yeah. You're breathing. Are you breathing? Breathing, breathing. Hands to the floor. Beautiful. Now bend the standing leg. You could feel your chest moving toward that leg. But now lift your low belly. Lift that back leg even higher. It can go higher with your standing leg bent. And then start to straighten your standing leg from your thigh. Lift the hips high, 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 high. Reach down through that heel that you're standing on. Good, both feet to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Take your knees to the floor. Rest. Child's pose. Vinyasa first if you'd like. Verse 106 says, set your mind free to wander anywhere it wants. Think any thought, ride any wave, surge in any direction. The instant a thought springs up, abandon it and move on. Don't let the mind rest anywhere. In this way, gain entry to the bliss of the silent depth beneath the surface. One of the verses that I love so much in here, it says that we used to identify with the wave. We thought we were just the wave in the ocean. But then we got a glimpse of what it looked like to go deeper. That space. Not limiting yourself. Especially now, you guys, there's so much creative energy. How can we become so much more creative in the way we connect with each other? The way we smile at each other? Beautiful. Okay, downward facing dog. Walk or jump to the front of your mat. Take a seat. Some loud seats over on my end. Not Veronica. Not Veronica. Bring the soles of your feet together. Now you want to lift and send your seat back. You want to even draw your knees slightly up so the shins become activated and the baby toes press down. And then begin to reach forward with the knees slightly lifted, scoop the low belly. And the knees will naturally start to release down and let your hands float to the floor, soft fingertips on the floor. And then the inner exploration begins. How can I release more deeply? Maybe it's the mind that's ready to release. Maybe it's a breath that's ready to go a little longer. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Even feel the back body and its fullness. Feel your kidneys. And then walk your hands back up, keep your navel engaged. Draw your knees up, plant your feet in front of you, and bring your hands behind you. Plant your palms. So I like fingertips pointing in toward the buttocks. If you prefer the hands turning the other way for your wrists, that's fine. But I want you to bend your elbows here. So you sit back. I want you to scoop your low belly, maybe even tucking your chin for a moment. And then from there, I want you to raise your chest up. Keep your elbows bent. And then start to straighten your arms and lift your hips up. Reverse table. Good, lower those hips back down and bend those elbows and sink back into your hands. Maybe tuck your chin and round your back. Keep your elbows bent and start to lift your chest. Really find that beautiful back bend. Navel in. Press your arms to straight, lift your hips up. Lower your hips back down. Good, now come onto fingertips. Same thing, behind you. Now press your chest forward. Now lift your right leg off the mat. Press your chest forward. Lower that foot down. Change to the other leg. Lift your chest forward, throat back. Lower that leg down. All right, don't tell Veronica. Come up to your tippy toes. Lift your chest, fingertips. Lift your first leg with left leg. Right leg up. Pull your chest forward, tippy toes. Lower down. Other side. John, your butt's on the floor still. Butt's on the floor. Good job. One more time. First side, chest up. Second side. A lot of work. Lower both feet down. Lower your palms down. Lift your butt up. Lower your hips back down. Walk your hands forward. Hug your knees and drop your chin into your chest. She's not going to do any of these videos with me anymore because I'm giving away secrets. She's already thinking that. She's like, I'm getting another model. I'm not doing them with her anymore. Good. Lift your head up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop wide. I'm a firm believer if something good happens, I should share it with you. Lift your butt up and send it back. Try again. Start to walk, bring your knees up slightly so you have that effect of your shins your shins activated, your baby toes pressing down. And then as you round into your back, walk forward, but then send your chest forward. So your hands get light. There's a lightness in your hands. Beautiful, you guys. Walk up, come to a comfortable cross-legged position, place your hands in front of you, step back, downward facing dog. So this is going to be a little bit trickier. Some of you are really going to need some kind of a block for this one. If you don't have a block, a blanket or something. So I want you to bring your right knee forward for pigeon again. But I want you to take your right shin and make it parallel to the floor and flex your right foot, which means you might need a block underneath your right seat. If this does not make your knee happy, so Roz, I'll do it again. If it does not make your, it's a lot of work. If it does not make your knee happy, right, you're healing your knee, then come back into your regular pigeon. But I want you to try to see what it looks like to take that shin parallel to the front of your mat. And then put the block underneath that right seat. Flex that right foot a lot. And then walk your hands forward, but we're not going to come all the way forward. Just come on forward onto your fingertips, tuck your chin into your chest, and pull your rib cage away from your right thigh. Pull it up and away. Keep flexing that right foot. Back leg strong, powerful. Good. Walk your hands back in, down dog split, right leg back and up behind you. Lower that right leg down. Left knee comes forward for pigeon, or on your back is great. Try to bring that left foot parallel to, left shin parallel to the front of the mat. Flex the foot. And again, for some of you, this is super easy. For some of you, this is quite difficult. Use a block underneath your butt. That's fine. You want to really pull those toes back so you're protecting that knee. Good. Now walk forward just slightly. Curl your chin into your chest. Lift your pelvis up and off that thigh. So you really want to get space at that left thigh, top of your thigh. Push your butt back, ribs in. Pull your knees energetically toward each other. Good. Walk back up, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa if you'd like, or come on down to your hands and knees and wait for just a moment while they take vinyasa. You can even cat-cow if you come down to your knees. Good. And then everybody come down to your knees and bring your right knee in front of your left knee. Right knee in front of left. We're going to do Gomukhasana. Right knee in front of left. Stack your right knee on top of your left knee. Pull your left knee in behind your right knee. And then widen your knees a lot. If you have a block, this might be where you need to place a block underneath your seat. Good. You can shimmy your hips side to side. If this absolutely does not work for you, which is very true for some of us, don't play the hero here. If it really doesn't work for you, then bring your right shin in front of your left shin as you're sitting in a cross-legged position. And then bring your fingertips to the floor. I want you to feel the ground beneath you. Walk your hands back, Katrin, great. And then lift your chest up a lot and let your head tip up as if you're looking toward the sky. Feel that sense of rooting down through your pelvis, but lifting up through your chest. Your spine is long. And then some of you, really nice, Perry, nice, Lori. Some of you, great, Crystal. Some of you stay here, and some of you walk your hands forward and bow forward. And again, don't feel stuck here. And how do you not feel stuck here? Well, maybe you don't lean forward. John, that's great. Send your hips back, just even if you can't sit back all the way, just send your hips back like you're in a child's pose. Yeah, that's great. Good. And walk yourself back up. Good. So you can do a couple of things. You could do a little twist to get you to go to the other side. You can lean forward and just walk. Which direction you have to walk if you come forward? Okay, you walk forward and then you just have to walk left. Keep walking your body left, left, left. Veronica's doing it. Walk all the way around in a circle until you have the other knee on top. That's a fun little party game. And or come onto your hands and knees and just switch. Keep going, keep going. I'm sure you'll use it at your next outdoor social distancing party. Good. If that didn't work, and you got stuck, just come on down to your hands and knees and switch sides. Great. And again, fingertips on the floor. Yeah. So if that is not, you know, again, I call them healing knees because I have heard people calling things bad knees, which is so unfair to your knees. They work very hard for us. But if this is not feeling safe for your knees, then do shin in front of shin, like you're cross-legged. Good. Or sit on the block. Fingertips on the floor, lift your chest, and then look up slightly. Again, like you're looking toward the sky. The blue sky, no beginning, no end. And then if you'd like to, come forward, walking your hands forward or stay right where you are. If you walk forward, don't let your seat come off the floor. Don't lift your butt up. Unless you're doing a child's pose variation on it, which is great. If you don't know what I mean, don't worry. Lots of breath here still. Really nice, you guys. Come on up, unwind your legs, stretch your legs out in front of you. Take your arms out in front of you. And lower down slow to your mat. Go down slow. Slow, slow, slow. Good. Lower down onto your back. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. We have some great classes coming up in September, changing around a couple things. Veronica's actually going to start doing a master class, which is going to be amazing, on Mondays at 4:30, really breaking apart some of the poses. And Jan will be doing a 4:30 on Tuesday class, working with props. Lots of things, more classes on the schedule, more things to love. Good. And then squeeze your nose to your knees, squeeze in, hug in. And then lower your head back down and plant your feet well. Bring your arms alongside the body. And then just do some very simple pelvic tilt. So I don't even need you to lift your butt. I just need you to move your hip points toward your knees and then toward your belly. That's it, Allison, toward your knees and toward your belly. Great, Kim. Yep. Little ones, just little movements. Great, Lynn. Just little, Ronnie. Nice. Yeah. Just move your hips slightly, Ronnie. Just move your hips slightly forward, slightly back. Subtle, subtle. Good. And then bend your elbows, robot arms, root your shoulders to the floor, lift your chest. So now I have a tendency to want to take those pelvic bones up toward my belly. I want you to take the pelvic bones down toward your knees or down toward the floor. And then go ahead and lift your hips up to the sky. And maybe clasp your hands underneath you. Make sure your feet are pointing straight ahead. Let your breath get longer, your exhales get longer. And then lower those hips back down. Beautiful. Relax your arms alongside the body. Let your belly be soft and breathe deeply here. I think some of you guys know I'm doing a 21-day starting September 1st. Beautiful Nourish Your Soul in a retreat, 21 days. I'll be posting on a private Facebook page a lot of wonderful, between green medicine, Ayurveda, and yoga, meditation, chanting, everything to do this 21-day inner retreat. So if you'd like to join us, all you have to do is Venmo me and or drop a little check in the mail for any amount. Donation is what it is, so there's an exchange. And I will put you on that private Facebook page, and we will have a blast for 21 days up until my birthday. Take your arms up to the sky, take your arms alongside the body. If you would prefer to put a blanket underneath your shoulders, here's the time to do it. As you move into shoulder stand, arms alongside the body, or if you're not taking it into shoulder stand, take the legs just straight up to the sky. If you're in shoulder stand, make sure you're looking up toward the toes. Eyes can be closed for sure. Just make sure you're not turning your head left or right. Thyroid, parathyroid glands, the bathing of the inversion. And again, anytime that we're creating space, specifically as we're moving energy that may be stagnant or stuck, energy, emotions, food, it's probably one of the optimal gifts of our practice is how we move stagnation. Asking, it's interesting. I've been really talking to a lot of people with children preparing to either go back to school or not. I think it's a very interesting time in our lives that the universe is asking us to quote unquote homeschool. And I don't mean, teaching children arithmetic and such at home. I mean how to bring them back to nature, school them in the school of nature. Really nice, you guys. Just another minute here. If that seems too long, you can come out of it. Beautiful. And then start to lower yourself back down, nice and slow, mindful. Once you arrive, you can roll your neck from side to side if you'd like. And then slide those legs just straight, press the thighs down to the floor. Try to use your spine to lift the chest and roll to the crown of your head. Push down through your thighs, push down through your heels, coming into fish. And then breathe deeply into your chest. This is the perfect pose to clean out the bottom of the lungs, to breathe deep. And then relax back down once again. And take a moment, just a 30-second Shavasana. Not quite there yet. Good, hug your knees into your chest. Roll all the way up to sit. Find a comfortable cross-legged seat. And we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. You can either do it by using the hand, make a gentle fist, extend the thumb and the last two fingers, or you can just do it just by using the mind to inhale through one nostril and out through the other. So either way, if you want to do it with the physical form, close off your right nostril with your thumb, inhale left nostril, and exhale right. If you want to go through the chakras the same way we started the practice with, you can inhale all the way up to the third eye. And then exhale out through the nostril. Do the same way, inhale up to the crown, exhale out, or just stay with simply alternate nostril breathing. Keep your spine nice and long. Balancing feminine and masculine, moon and sun, warm and cooling. Just one more minute. And on your next exhale, just release your hand back down to your lap. And I'm going to suggest about a minute of silent meditation. And then you can lie down on your back. Once you arrive on your back, you're welcome to take a final spinal twist. If you would like to lie down for Shavasana, now is your time, or stay right where you are. And begin to deepen your breath. If you're lying down, hug your knees into your chest. Roll to the right side and come on up to sit. Is it anybody else's birthday this week that didn't tell me? No.
Mine was last week.
Who is that?
Lisa.
Oh, Lisa, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so this is for you and Kathy. Anybody else? All right, so my favorite birthday song. Let's try it on the harmonium. If I can remember, it's almost here. On this day the Lord gave you life. May you use it to serve Him. All of our love and prayers will be with you. May you never forget Him. On this day the Lord gave you life. May you use it to serve her. All of our love and prayers will be with you. May you never forget her. On this day the Lord gave you life. May you use it to serve Him. All of our love and prayers will be with you. May you never forget Him. Hands at your heart center. Sadnam, 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 Sadnam. Bringing your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Thank you guys so much. I hope you, Kathy, Lisa, happy birthday weeks. I love you so much. I think you have to unmute yourself because that's the way it's happening today. To say goodbye to me.
Thank you so much, Sheryl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Good wishes,
Sheryl.
Cheryl.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.